This just in. The Department of Justice will not pre-clear a photo voter ID law signed by Texas Governor Rick Perry because it will have a greater impact on Hispanic voters. There are some states that under the Civil Rights Act, when they change their voting laws, must be cleared by the Department of Justice because of their history of discrimination against minorities. Their history of making it harder for minorities to vote. And in Texas, they came up with another one of these voter ID laws. The Department of Justice ran some data. Hispanic registered voters in Texas were either 46.5% or 120% more likely than the average voter to lack a form of photo ID. This is according to data the state of Texas submitted to the Department of Justice. The first data set that 6.3% of Hispanic registered voters lacked photo ID compared to 4.3% of the general pool of registered voters. The second data set said that 10.8% of Hispanic registered voters lacked ID compared to 4.9% of registered voters. So in other words, by the state's own admission, or at least their own data, their voter ID law discriminates, is a de facto discrimination of Hispanic voters. The Department of Justice said, in conclusion, the state has not met its burden of proving that when compared to the benchmark, the proposed requirement will not have a retrogressive effect, or that any specific features of the proposed law will prevent or mitigate that retrogression. Texas had preemptively sued Attorney General Eric Holder back in January for not pre-clearing this law. Didn't work. The Lone Star State had claimed at that time that it did not collect racial and ethnic data on its citizens in an attempt to facilitate a colorblind electoral process. Guess that didn't work out so well. The DoJ, Texas argued that the Department of Justice had to let their law go into effect because the Civil Rights Division had pre-cleared a similar Georgia law during the Bush administration, but apparently that law was approved by political appointees over the objection of career staffers in the Department of Justice. So, one tiny, but relevant, highly relevant example of the difference between a Bush administration Department of Justice and an Obama administration. Not a huge difference, but certainly a relevant one.